Hi, this is Ladey from Keep Unfrozen and Pink Parties Press. Are you grateful? I'm sure you are. I certainly am. But I don't know about you, but my gratitude, and particularly my gratitude to God, goes sort of like this, a bit like life, that roller coaster that we are all on. I remember to be grateful, and I'm reminded to be grateful, and I give thanks when I can. But just lately, I'm giving thanks all the time. I'm just so aware of God in my life, and I'm more than grateful. I'm just so besotted with thanks and thanksgiving, and just like, wow, Lord, you're blessing me, and all I can say is thank you. This is just a wonderful time in my life. Yeah, there's little niggles, of course there are. There's bits of my house which I'd rather not have diabetes, thank you very much. I'd rather not have other things that are going on in my life. But I'm still thankful. I'm thankful that He keeps me alive and that I'm having this experience on earth. I'm thankful particularly for my garden and the love of nature and the love of what bounty there is in gardens right now. It's just blowing my mind away. I was looking out the other day at just the whole load of colour there is, from the buddleias to the echinocarpus to the cosmos to the delphiniums. Just saying those words just makes me come alive, and it's just wonderful. I've done you a little PowerPoint of my garden at the moment, just sharing it. But if you're not into flowers and walls and gardens, then just ignore it. But I would love to share it with you because it's just an absolute delight. And I was thinking the other day how interesting it would be if we had like every flower there was, every plant there was in one place at one time. And then I thought, well, that's a bit silly. But isn't God amazing? Because we could tell the seasons just by what flower there is. We know it's winter when we see the Christmas rose and the snowdrops. We know spring is coming when we see the crocus and the daffodils. And we know it's even nearer when the tulips appear. And then all of a sudden, the bedding plants start coming out. And then, we get all the beauty of those summer bulbs and the fruits as well in the summer. Then we know, once the clematis goes over, once the lavataria decides it's time to go into seed time instead of flower time, then we know we've got to get ready for the other parts, the Michaelmas daisies and the other beautiful flowers that He still gives us, the holly, the different bushes, all those other parts that tells us, yes, winter might be coming, but His creation still continues. And it's His creation. I look around my garden, majority of my plants come from other people. So I look at the lavataria and I think of Bob and Pernell. I look at the beautiful, beautiful Demaria, which came from them too. I look at things that Ted has given me, and I've got a joyous, and I can't remember what it's called right at the moment, but it's a flower we saw in Hawaii, which we fell in love with. So whether a bird of paradise, that's what it's called, the bird of paradise, and whether we will be able to keep it going in this garden, I don't know, but my friend Pauline gave me that. And I've even got some London Pride and other things that my grandmother, who's no longer with us, gave me. So each plant has that little story. And if I haven't been given it, it might have been a special buy, like the irises. We just bought a black iris, which we haven't seen this year because we bought it out of season, and a white iris, which gave us a small show because it was a late summer iris. And Dennis chose the black one, so next year will be so exciting when they come up. Again, prelude to summer are often the irises. But the ones that give me the most joy is because they came from the seeds. So all my cosmos are from seeds. I gave a friend cosmos the other day. Well, it wasn't the other day, it was the other month actually. but she couldn't remember what it was called. And she came back to me and said, "What was that plant you gave me?" And I've given loads of plants away, so I wasn't quite sure. And I said, "Well, give me a clue. Tell me a little bit more about the plant I gave you." And she came back and told me, "It's green." Good one. So that's my story of the month now. But the plants I grow from seed just I'm just amazed. I'm in awe of how such tiny, tiny things, the seed, are just so tiny, and yet they grow and they bloom and then they seed again. So all my Livingstone daisies with their magentas and their oranges and their bright, bright colours. And I just think, oh, you are just so gorgeous. And they are busy flowering. And when I'm not sharing them with the slugs and the snails, they are absolutely beautiful. So I'm grateful and I thank God for them. Every moment I see them, I'm just so, so grateful. What is it that makes you grateful? And have you got an abundance of gratitude in your life at the moment? Or are you on one of those dips when you kind of have to be reminded and have to remember to thank God for whatever it is that is good in your life? I hope you're on the up rather than the down. But either way, let's be grateful and thankful to God. Lady Adey, keep unfrozen.